Hello everyone, let's check out today's Sky Racing news for you. And the Australian Turf Club and Racing New South Wales have announced today that the champion mare Winx will have a race named in her honour from August this year. The Warwick Stakes will be now known as the Winx Stakes, and it gets elevated to Group 1 status in August. It also bolsters in prize money to now $500,000. The owners of the champion mare Winx have been absolutely thrilled by having a race named in her honour that will stand for many years to come. I guess the next question is, will Winx run in her own race? Now the Winx Stakes to be run at Randwick come August 18. A horse that's chased down or endeavoured to chase down Winx a couple of times this autumn has been Happy Clapper. The horse is already in the paddock after last Saturday's run, but now trainer Pat Webster has an eye on a slot in the Tab Everest. That's right, the Everest. Pat wants to chat with any of the slot owners relevant to getting the horse running in the race later on this year. He feels the general public would also be elated to have the Clapper in the Tab Everest. Well, one mare that has raced for the last time is Single Gaze, as we told you last week here on Sky. Single Gaze will get a special parade as a farewell to Canberra, where she's been based for trainer Nick Olive. It'll happen on Friday between races there, as I say, in Canberra at about 3:10 local time. She's been bought by Northern Farm in Japan, and she leaves Nick Olive stables next week. Well, this Saturday is the Sydney Autumn Carnival finale there at Randwick. The track is going to be a good four, the weather perfect. There's 13 at this stage in both the all-aged and the champagne. The all-age, well, Trapeze Artist is the firm favourite right through the week. Has come up with barrier 8 in a field of 13. Lure Remains drawn 13. Brave Smash 5. And Hartnell's been freshened up to run in the race. James Cummings telling me earlier today the horse has done extremely well since its last run and comes up with barrier 11. Interestingly there are 4 3-year-olds to line up in this Saturday's all-aged. The other Group 1 is the Champagne Stakes for the 2-year-olds. Also at this stage 13 to line up. Seabrook has had no luck. Barrier 12 off the draw. Not a single cent. Also Victorian based, as is Longleaf. Hawks Racing have got outrageous in the field, and Eldorado Dreaming, who won at massive odds the other day, has drawn barrier 7 and it's single figure odds at this stage on Saturday. Another of the feature races at Randwick on the weekend is the JB Car, and one interesting Victorian visitor in the races, So Far So Cool. Trained out of Ballarat by Archie Alexander, this was the Bendigo Guineas win where it sat midfield but ran away from its rivals. Archie saying he was shocked but impressed by the win of So Far So Cool. The horse arrived in Sydney earlier today, went for a trot and canter, is basing herself at Rosehill going into the weekend. Really has an impressive turn of foot. And finally, Wellington boot winner Miss Invincible, trained by Bjorn Baker, will have races spaced from this win at Wellington a couple of weeks ago. It's bound for Scone and their carnival next month, in particularly the Woodland Stakes for the 2-year-old fillies on Saturday's standalone day. Bjorn just feeling that the break between races will be ideal for her going towards that race. Stakes race, it is, the Woodlands at Scone coming up on Saturday, May 12. And you can check out other news by going to the Sky Racing Twitter page. You can also check out at Andrew Bensley. For the meantime, though, that's today's Sky Racing News.